Ross Pirelli. You dig? That's my dog. You want a real studio, holler at Ross Pirelli. I gotta stop recording on that closet and shit. In the closet. Stop that shit. Get your paper up. This is 8.
What's up? It's your boy True, back on the spotlight, True Vision. Got a very special guest, got a producer, my very first producer. So let's give it up for Ross Pirelli.
How y'all doing? I'm Ross Pirelli, owner of Sound Room Studios. My man True came through and showed me some love tonight. He's gonna give me a little interview, I guess, ask me some questions. A lot of people have been having some questions or whatever. Am I looking into the camera? Fuck, did I just fuck up?
You good, you
oh,
good,
wow.
you good,
oh wow,
man.
I just fucked up. On camera, okay.
You good, you good, man. But yeah, definitely, bro. Definitely, you know, met Ross out at the Kention Say Yeah video shoot. So shout out to Kention, you know what I'm saying, doing big things. Definitely was up. So Sound Room, this is your official studio. This is all you.
Yeah, it actually started, let me see, probably when I was around 9th, 10th grade. I've been doing music since I was in middle school. It started maybe like around 9th, 10th grade.
Okay.
And I used to have carpet up in here, man, having the cords going from one room to another room, transferring over into the bathroom. And that used to be our old booth, and now we got the, you know, the booth behind us now. You know what I'm saying? We've definitely done some upgrades and had some improvements since then. But, you know, I mean, with anything, you know what I'm saying, it's a work in progress, and we're still trying to get there. We're still trying to move to the next level. But it's Sound Room Studios, you know what I'm saying, we're located at Mall City behind Cox. You know what I'm saying? Okay. We're in the hood, but, you know what I'm saying, we doing big things in the hood. So, you feel me?
Might be in the hood, but it's good music. You can definitely come here and
yeah, most definitely, most definitely.
So a lot of people usually want to be rappers, singers, things of that sort. What made you want to be a producer, take the different route?
Well, the thing is about that, and you know, before we got on the cameras, you know, we went through a few selections of songs that we were that we work on as far as in here. And what sets us apart from the other studios is that we are rappers and we are singers. You know what I'm saying? We might not pursue it. We might not pursue it. You know what I'm saying? As far as how other artists might pursue it, but we definitely we go in on every song like we're passionate about it. You know, I mean, and that's what I tell people all the time is that I will hop onto a song, and I have love, and I hop onto a song just because I have love of making good music. You know what I'm saying? If that means that I get on there and I do some low backgrounds behind something, or if that means I go on there and I put a verse on it, that means I just do the production. If that means I just do the mixing, that means I just go in and critique it. You know what I'm saying? It's all a portion of making good music. And that's what we're about over here at Sound Room. So
that's what's up. So how long, I mean, your love of music, like how long you been a fan of music?
Oh man, like I started off, I think where everybody started off from Fruity Loops, man. Fruity Loops about around 6th grade or so. You know, I worked with a couple of local artists, you know what I'm saying. You know, I've worked with, you know, like Trill Entertainment and Boosie and them, you know, back in the day, and a little updated, you know what I'm saying, but not now, but you know what I'm saying, in the past few years I have, you know what I'm saying, worked with a lot of local artists. And by me, you know, 6th grade, you know, me and my little brother, you know what I'm saying, shout out to Jordan, you know, JT or whatever, you know what I'm saying, he plays the trumpet, you know, we play any instrument that you put in front of us, you know. He's been in the band since he was in middle school, you know what I'm saying, and I'm kind of the same way. I have a love for instruments and nice sounds, you know what I'm saying, and that's what we like to put together on tracks, whether, you know, it be us producing it or whether it be us like.
So, like I always ask people before, you know, you was a producer, stuff, you was a fan. So coming up, you know, who is your favorite producer and who do you like now?
That is by far the hardest question that you could ask me. My favorite producer coming up, I was always on Pharrell and Neptunes. A lot of people, you know, kind of said I kind of had like his little swag back in middle school type thing. I think that was a major portion, you know, when he came out with Grinding, you know, for the clips or whatever. It was just good music, you know what I'm saying. I think right now I'm really on like artists like as far as Kanye, people that kind of am on the same tip as me as far as producing and coming back and putting a song together, where whether it's just them, you know what I'm saying, singing on there, or it's something for their project, or if it's something for them to give to somebody else or to sell or anything like that. You know, I love when people build a track up and then have have it planned out and have it played out for other people to do it if that's what it's going to be. You know what I'm saying? I would probably have to say Kanye. I'd probably have to say Kanye, and I'm as far as like the little hood tracks and stuff like that. I like Kane from the, what is it, with Young Money? Yeah. Kane is the truth. You know what I'm saying? Lex Luger. You know, shout out to all those producers. I mean, they're very talented. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, I think probably who my role models were. You know what I'm saying? The people that kind of got me started into making tracks would have to probably be Neptunes. You know, I always shout out to Man and Fresh. You know what I'm saying? They started a whole different movement. You know what I'm saying? So a shout out to Dr. Dre. You know what I'm saying? NWA, they album gave a whole different sound as far as mixing and just everything. You know what I'm saying? In general, you know what I'm saying? It was a big sound coming into people's cars. You know, people used to have them old Monte Carlos and stuff, and then you'll hear NWA in there, and it's just like, it's a big sound. You know that was all because of Dr. Dre, and that started a whole different revolution. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that answered that question.
So 2011, I got buku producers to choose from. Why Ross Pirelli? What do I get when I come, you know, in your studio and work with Ross Pirelli?
By far, I'm not gonna even say that I'm the best producer. I can name 3 producers right off top. You know what I'm saying? I could say Teddy P, Jordan Armstrong, and Teeth. You know what I'm saying? And that's real shit. You know what I'm saying? That I've learned a lot from them, just as far as producing wise and everything that I do in my studio. You know what I'm saying? And it's the reason why I would say somebody should come here and mess with me as far as a producer. I have love for the music. I'll sit there and I'll build a track up. If people come in here, I'm an honest person. I'm not going to shit on people as far as with my honesty. If somebody comes in here and if it's something I feel from my years of doing this music that I don't really care for, I'm going to let you know. But it's not in a way, it's in a constructive criticism way. Where I'm going to let you know, and then I'm going to tell you, okay, this is how we're going to fix it. You know what I'm saying? This is how we're going to make your song be the next popping thing on the radio. Because this is my job, you know what I'm saying? I mean, my full-time job is I'm a fireman, you know what I'm saying? That's like me going into a fire and be like, oh, this shit too hot. What the fuck I'm going to do, you know what I'm saying? That's like me walking away from it. This is my job, you know what I'm saying? I come here, people come to me, you know what I'm saying? Whether I get burned out up in here or not, that's my job, you know what I'm saying? It's my job to make people's music sound good. And I think that's what, you know, that's what sets me apart. That's why a lot of people fuck me, you know what I'm saying?
That's definitely what's up, bro. Firefighting, you a real deal hero, right?
Yeah, most definitely.
So
I
where
love
you from?
it.
You from?
Yeah, I'm from here. You know, a lot of my people are from either with New Orleans. My dad's people from North Louisiana. My mom's people from New Orleans and Chicago. So I mean, I kind of got a little flavor from everywhere. But I mean, Baton Rouge is where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? 225. I mean, I've been North Baton Rouge my whole life. You know what I'm saying?
So aside from music and firefighting, what does Ross Pirelli like to do as far as biggest hobby, biggest habit? I mean, you know, aside from all that, you know, to get people to really know you, what's one of your passions?
Well, anybody that knows me, they know I'm with my son. You know what I'm saying? He's not with me tonight, but most definitely, I'm telling you, like my son knows how to start a session and how to start recording. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be 3 in September. You know, I mean, it's just my son's always in here with me. You know, we go to the park. You know, in between my little breaks, we go to Toys R Us, we go grab something to eat. But you know, that's who the shout out goes to, because you know what I'm saying, he has a better understanding than a lot of people of why I have to be in here and why this is so important. You know what I'm saying? This is my dream, and you know, I have him in here all the time cooped up. So shout out to my son Jaden Armstrong. You know what I'm saying? That's the realest thing, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to say in this interview, so you can cut it out right now.
That's what's up, man. But any last comments or shout-outs, anything you want to give out?
Yeah, shout out to my little brother, you know, shout out to Kentian, you know what I'm saying, he's actually in here with us right now. You know, shout out to Young Gage, you know what I'm saying, shout out to Courtney with Dope, we got some of her shirts up in here. Shout out to Cole Young that does my tattoos, you know what I'm saying, shout out to my boys at the Firehouse, Robillard, you know what I'm saying, Kurt Boots, Chris, you know what I'm saying, shout out to all y'all, you know what I'm saying. Hopefully I won't have to be there for the rest of my life, you know what I'm saying, but hopefully this pops out for me. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, some people, they'll see this and they'll come show me some love, You know what I'm saying? If you see the red Camaro out in the city, you know what I'm saying, chum me the deuces, say what's up, you know what I'm saying? I'm definitely the most down to earth, humble person. You know what I'm saying? I'm the coolest person you're gonna meet, so.
So definitely, you know, like you say, for people to holler at you, contact information.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I guess you ain't gonna be able to get in touch with me if I don't give you that. But my telephone number is 225-405-8656. You can holler at me on Twitter. I just catching on to the whole little Twitter thing. I'll be wilding out sometimes. Sometimes I'll be like mellow. You know what I'm saying? But it's Twitter at Ross Pirelli. It's ROSSPIRELLI. Pirelli like the tires or whatever. And you can hit me up on my email if you want to send me song ideas that you want me to work on. It's rosspirelli@me.com. It's me.com. So I mean, any of those different avenues you can get in touch with me. You know what I'm saying? And when we get started on something, we'll initially hop into it, and you know what I'm saying, we'll get things, you know, popping off or whatever. So
That's definitely what's up, man. True, Ross Pirelli, man. Thanks again, bro.
yeah, most definitely, man.
You know what I'm saying? This is the spotlight. You watch the True Vision. That's it.